"73 years ago, on Sunday, June 25, 1950, the Korean War broke out. This year, June 25 is Sunday again. Therefore, during the mass gathering of the anti-American struggle day in Pyongyang on June 25, this day was called Blood Sunday again. At this year's rally, representatives from all walks of life in Pyongyang said that June 25 had left never-healing wounds on the North Korean people, and said that the North Korean people felt painfully that only a strong gun can defend the motherland, so they must hold on tightly. It is the strongest absolute weapon to punish U.S. imperialism, and the deterrent force of self-defense war that no enemy dares to offend. This year's rallies were massive and were held in various places in Pyongyang. The total number of participants exceeded 120,000. The people in Pyongyang chanted the slogan of killing the enemy, saying that comprehensive liquidation of the crimes committed by the U.S. imperialists is the urgent duty of this generation, and it expresses the overwhelming hatred against the U.S. imperialism and the puppet rebel group. The angry uncle pulled down his mask and shouted slogans. Judging from the scene, North Korea's mask order is still in effect. I still have the same point of view. The day when the mask order is lifted is the time when North Korea switches. Looking at it now, I'm afraid the switch will have to wait for some time. Looking at these scenes, I can't help but think of North Korea's song of defending the motherland. I wonder if it will become the battle song of the Korean people again, singing it to the battlefield. According to North Korea's official statement, Song of Defending the Motherland is the first wartime song played after the outbreak of the Fatherland Liberation War. However, this song was actually composed in March 1950 before the outbreak of the war. The background of its composition was due to the provocative activities of the U.S. imperialists and the South Korean puppet group. In this tense and explosive atmosphere, the North Korean poet Zhao Ling-chu and composer Lee Myeon-siang jointly created this song, full of hatred and will to kill the enemy are directly transformed into lyrics and melody. The official website of Korean Foreign Languages Publishing House My Country, NUNRA, once told the story of the birth of this song, saying that on a certain day in March 1950, poet Zhao Ling-chu and composer Lee Myeon-siang had just completed a song reflecting people's happiness. On the way home, they heard the news on the radio on the street that the enemy had armed provocations, murdered and set fires along the demarcation line, and fled hastily after being hit hard by the People's Army. The creative studio spent an entire night creating the song with undisguised love and hate, not only as a slogan of poetry and music, but also as a reflection of the cry of the hearts of the multitude. The lyrics are divided into 3 sections, as follows. 1. The blood in my heart is boiling, dedicated to my motherland. The glorious star shines, shines above our heads. To our parents and brothers, where we live. The imperialist aggressors must not take a single step. 3. Defeat the invading enemies with the sword of justice. The Republic will forever shine with prosperity and strength. 4. Chorus, go forward, brave soldiers of the People's Army. The people's motherland defends it, sacrifices one's life to defend it. After the creation of the song was completed, art groups such as the Korean People's Army Concerto immediately rehearsed it and spread it throughout North Korea, where it was widely sung as a chorus of the Waegyo. After the outbreak of the war, Kim Il-sung issued a historic broadcast speech concentrate all forces to win the war, calling on all Korean people to devote to the just struggle. The Song of Defending the Motherland immediately became the marching song to the front line and the marching song to destroy the enemy. The officers and soldiers of the People's Army sang the song to go to the battlefield, and the Korean masses and young people sang it to sign up for the army or re-enlist. The singing echoes from the front and the rear. NUNRA once quoted the memories of a Soviet war correspondent in the 1980s to comment on this song. At that time, I was near the Supreme Command of the Korean People's Army where Comrade Kim Il-sung was. In the countryside, the singing of Song of Defending the Motherland is heard everywhere. Because I was used to the song at the time, and now I often hum it in Korean. This song has also become the music of the Fatherland Liberation War that Koreans call Sign. By the way, on June 26, the Institute of American Affairs of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs published an official report. The United States, the provocateur of the war of aggression against North Korea in the 20th century, is still the chief culprit in undermining the peace and stability of the Korean peninsula. According to the report, the myth of America is strong that doesn't know why it was defeated is based on the invincible Iron General, the great leader Comrade Kim Il-sung's excellent military strategic and tactical thinking, incomparable courage, and flexible and unparalleled tactics. The ground was shattered in front of the indomitable spirit of the heroic Korean people who united closely around a great leader. The United States, which was defeated in the Korean War, which can be called a confrontation between the atomic bomb and the rifle, had to hold up the white flag, signed and stamped on it. The passage was not included in the summary of the Chinese version of the report published by KCNA, but it is in the full text of the report in the Korean version. North Korea officially defined the song as the first wartime song and said that the song still inspires the North Korean people today to persist in the spirit and fighting spirit that defeated the generation, rise up and devote themselves to the construction of socialism and the war of resistance against the United States, and push them forward. Always win. To be honest, the melody of the song is majestic and full of fighting spirit. Even if it is rearranged and sung by the girls of the North Korean girl group, it is still very energetic. The two versions of the male and female voices will be released together for everyone to enjoy and compare.